Opposition members of parliament during the president's address in the National Assembly today shouted and heckled throughout the president's address. At some points, the head of state was inaudible to those sitting in chambers. Info Hub caught up with Prime Minister Moses NAGAMOOTOO and other ministers of the government who shared their views on this.
It was a political price the president had to pay to endure this outburst of immaturity and infantilism and to prod on with the speech. Because the Guyanese people are what matter right now. That the president is sending a message to them that your government has defended its stewardship.
We had the highest dignitaries in the land sitting there. Most importantly, we had representatives from all the high commissions, all the embassies, international organizations. And is that the way Guyana wants to present itself? Is that the best that we can be on such an important occasion as the opening of a session of Parliament?
I think the time has come where if we are truly interested in the development of Guyana and the unification of this nation, then we need to put all our efforts in building that confidence in our people. I think the opposition had an opportunity to do that over the 23 years. And at least they should have listened to the president before, behaving in that, I call it the gutter politics.
I feel embarrassed for them. I know the PPP is a wild bunch of people. They're wild. Broom said PPP wild, right? But to come and demonstrate the level of wildness here, as a young parliamentarian as a Guyanese, I expect, because I'm exposed to their behavior and their culture, but for persons who's not exposed to them like I am, I think they should have done a little bit more for themselves. It is the president we're talking about.
We didn't expect anything better from them. This is the nature of the people. His Excellency turned up here today to set the tone, what government has been doing, our projections and our measures to come. And the, willful behavior of the opposition speaks volume. If you're leaders in this great land, how do you expect the young people to pattern themselves off of you? This is just sending a very distasteful image for us as leaders here in this country.
I was saddened. I was embarrassed as my other colleagues, because I can remember comments coming from the opposition side when one of my colleagues, Mrs. Simona Brooms, stood in an empty hall saying boom out and boom out and boom out, and all sorts of things were said. But this afternoon, when I view and when I saw what was happening coming from parliamentarians who should be, role models for the young generation of this country, even for the young parliamentarians, and when I saw the attitude that they displayed, disrupting the speech of His Excellency, it saddened me as a leader, as a teacher. What do our Guyanese children expect of us? Would they be motivated to become parliamentarians? I don't think so.
Very uncalled for, and it sends a bad message to the international community with the diplomats that were present and different figureheads in the country that we have a very irresponsible opposition. And they too are responsible for helping to craft the laws that guide this country, and that behavior is totally uncalled for and shows great disrespect to our president that is doing a good job to serve this nation.
Untitled-Williams reporting from Parliament Building for Info Hub.